Another AI headline, moving on to our second headline here. We're taking a look at TikTok Shop, which has become very mature, has matured greatly over the last year, from going from a simple dancing app where people dance and they sing to now selling a good amount of money in products. Not the shift I don't think anyone expected, but it makes sense the way it is. There's a few headlines that we'll get to on TikTok here as well. I've weaved them in quite nicely. So the first one, we're talking about major AI crackdowns. So TikTok has started to work on this a little bit more. There's been some problems in the last year here, last couple of months, especially on fraudulent sellers and counterfeit listings. They don't have something like brand registry as Amazon does or something similar. They have a much lesser version. It's not as inept. It's not as I guess it is inept. It's not as adaptable. It's not as good, to use a simple word. It's not as good as brand registry. So this has been a big problem here. It's become so much of a problem that TikTok has actually launched a sort of a mix of AI and human reviewers to block tens of millions of fake products and shut down hundreds of thousands of seller accounts that are black hat, that are fraudulent, that are counterfeit. So where the AI comes in here is that this is something that they're looking at where you want to make sure that your content is legit, even if you're using AI. You want to make sure that you're avoiding the cheap, high, widespread generative AI tools. People are using those. The bad actors are using those to create realistic looking product images and videos for these counterfeit items. So, and also to use and to generate fake reviews. So, we just did an episode with a review removing software. Um, and it was very insightful to me to think about, how hard Amazon has cracked down on these fake reviews. It's good to see the next up and coming e-commerce market also doing this as well. So there's a lot going on there. This is a legitimate pain point for sellers. This is something that I have heard amongst the TikTok community they're taking very seriously. This is really affecting the trust that these sellers have in TikTok of why are these bad actors allowed to sell my product and how are they not getting punished? Here you go. Here is the punishment. So that's nice to see. Again, TikTok, I think we talked about this a little bit as well this year. TikTok likes to take the steps in the right direction for sellers where other major e-commerce channels might not. So this is a really good step in them competing with Amazon. They're of course nowhere near Amazon. Amazon is still king, but this is a good step in the right direction. I believe. I believe, and a lot of other people in the community believe as well.